Yo, what's up guys, my name's Hakiii, and in this video we have the best vehicles under $2 million in GTA Online. We've done a $500,000 budget, we've done $1 million budget, and now we're on to the big leagues, the true big leagues. We got so many really good vehicles in this video, so let's get started. So we're going to be starting with a banger of an off-road vehicle. This off-road vehicle is arguably one of the best, if not the best one in the game. So we got the Jogger. It's got a price tag of $1.87 million, which is a bit more on the pricier side of this list, but if you ask me, it is well worth it. This is such a good performing off-road vehicle, and it's got a really unique look to it. It definitely doesn't look like your ordinary Sand King or something like that. It's more of like a futuristic type thing, and the customization on this thing is amazing. There's such a big variety of things to customize. I had a lot of fun customizing this thing when it first came out, so definitely check it out. Very worth it to buy this thing if you have the money. If you're looking for something a bit cheaper, I would say this is the best performing off-road vehicle along with the Camacho, but the Camacho is like a fraction of the price, so definitely go for the Camacho if you're on a budget, but if you're not, the Jogger is a fantastic option. And now we're gonna move from an off-road vehicle to a sports car, the Hakiii GTO. It's also on the pricier end of this list, but the Hakiii GTO is my absolute go-to sports car for sports car races, and that says a lot because there's a lot of great sports cars in the game. So the Hakiii GTO, top tier sports car, and it does just fall under the $2 million price tag, $1,965,000. It's definitely worth the money if you're looking for a good sports car. It's gonna win you a lot of sports car races. Of course, you have to be good at racing, but I mean, on top of that, the car is important as well, of course. It handles really well around turns. It's got some great traction, very fast, and now we're gonna move on to its direct competitor in the sports class. There's always the argument of which is better, the Hakiii GTO or the Pariah. At the end of the day, it's up to personal preference. I'm personally more of an Hakiii GTO type of guy, but the Pariah is a little faster when it comes to top speed. So technically the fastest sports car is the Pariah, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the best overall sports car in my opinion. With that said, the Pariah is still a great option. It does fall under the $2 million price tag. This one is about $500,000 cheaper than the Hakiii GTO. That might be a factor in your consideration for which one to get. Just over $1.4 million for the Pariah. Let me know which you prefer down below in the comment section. Now from sports cars, we're gonna take a step up to supercars. So we have the Wagner. The Wagner is one of my favorite supercars in the whole game, and it's actually really worth the price. If you ask me, don't tell Rockstar by the way, it's actually a little underpriced. The Wagner not only has a super unique look to it, there's no other car that looks even remotely close to it. It also performs well and even has a pretty cool engine sound. I really like listening to the engine of it. Now let's be real here. Is it better than the Krieger? No, but can it be competitive? Absolutely. I mean, it makes sense that a top tier supercar like the Krieger that's close to $3 million would naturally be better than a supercar for like $1.5 million, but it is really great value with the Wagner for only $1.5 mil. Next up, we have a special kind of vehicle, the Omnis EGT. It's actually a Monitech upgradable. It sits at about $1.8 million, and it is actually an electric car, which is good for some things and not so good for other things. Because it's electric, the top speed of it isn't the greatest. It's not necessarily bad, but it definitely shines more, and handling, it's pretty easy to drive around. I like it, and with those Amani Tech upgrades, it's a really safe vehicle to drive in. You can equip more armor than usual, which makes it where you need a good 6 rockets to actually fully blow up this vehicle, and along with that, you can put on the missile lock-on jammers, so no weaponized vehicle can actually lock onto your vehicle with homing missiles. That makes it extremely difficult for weaponized vehicles to actually blow you up, just because they have to get pretty lucky and manually hit you with a rocket, and if they do that, they have to do it multiple times because your vehicle takes multiple rockets and multiple missiles to blow it up. The damage that rockets and homing missiles do are different though, so if it takes like 6 rockets to blow it up, it's gonna take 15 to 20 homing missiles to blow it up. It's safe to say the Omnis EGT is a very safe vehicle to use, probably the safest one on this list as well. Next one is going to be another relatively safe vehicle to drive around in. It's another armored one, but this is a bit of a different type of armored one. It's not really a Monitech upgradable, but it does have some special armor. We're talking about the Nightshark here. The Nightshark's a great vehicle. Instead of having a Monitech upgrades, it actually has these armor platings that you can equip quick on the vehicle, and then it's a bit harder to shoot you with an AR through those windows, and at the same time it does take a handful of rockets to blow up the vehicle. But with this one, it doesn't have Amani tech, as we said, which means that weaponized vehicles are actually able to lock onto you. It makes it not as safe as, let's say, the Omnis EGT, but still a really safe vehicle to drive around. One thing Amani tech vehicles don't have is the armor plating, which makes the AR, as we said, harder to shoot you with. Usually, as long as you duck down inside of the vehicle, it's pretty freaking difficult to actually get you through those tiny little holes with the armor plating. And besides that, I really like the Nightshark. It's not as expensive as some other vehicles on this list. It only comes at $1.25 million, so pretty good. Not super cheap, not super expensive. It's kind of a median. Next up is a car that I took a look at the price tag of it and got really excited that I did manage to get it under that $2 million price tag to include it in this video. I'm talking about the Vigero ZX. This is a beautiful looking muscle car, arguably the nicest looking muscle car in the game. That's up to personal opinion, but let me know what you think in the comments. You can buy it for $1.95 million, so just under that $2 million price tag. As I said, this thing is a very good performing muscle car. It's very fast in particular. It has a top speed of about 125 miles per hour. That's super fast for a muscle car. But not only that, you can actually put HSW mods on it, so it is HSW upgradable, and if you do actually switch it into HSW, it's gonna have a way higher top speed, which is gonna make it one of the fastest vehicles, not only in the muscle class, but actually in the whole game. That's right, you can make a muscle car one of the fastest vehicles, land vehicles, I'll say, in the whole game. That's actually crazy to think about. So for those people who are on next gen, you can't upgrade it to HSW, so it's gonna perform out of this world. So great looks and great performance, you really can't go wrong with this car. Next one is gonna be another amazing muscle car. Let me know which one you prefer down below in the comments. We talked about the debate between the Tally GTO and the Pariah. Now we have the debate between the Vigero ZX and the Buffalo STX. Now they are kind of different though, just because the Buffalo STX isn't HSW upgradable, it's actually Amani tech upgradable, so it can't have those special upgrades that make it absolutely insanely fast and all that. But like we said with the Omnis EGT, it makes it a very safe vehicle to drive around. Despite it not having HSW upgrades, it's still a pretty good performing muscle car. I mean, it's still top tier when it comes to muscle car races. Highly recommend this one. Now this is as pricey as we're gonna get in this video. It actually has a buy it now price of over $2 million, but luckily a trade price of about 1.6 million, so it is technically under 2 million. Technically not though. I still decided to include it in this video. I decided to put it towards the end for a reason. So if you're gonna buy it, I feel like that trade price is well worth it. 1.6 million is a very good deal. I also like the customization you can do to it. The liveries are actually pretty freaking cool. Let me know in the comments what other type of budget videos you guys want to see. I mean, I don't know if there's a point to do the best vehicles under $3 million in this game, just because that gets really expensive. But I mean, if you guys want to see that, hey, why not? Drop a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you're new with the bell on for more awesome GTA videos like these. Now click the video on screen now for the best vehicles under $1 million in GTA Online. I hope you all enjoy that video, and peace.